Blessings, everyone. Welcome back to our channel, Divine Truth Tarot. Spirit wanted me to go ahead and set up another reading today. I was actually heading out the door and Spirit said, when you get back, you come back, there's another message that wants to come through for the collective. I feel like we're receiving messages right now very, very quickly, and they're being ushered in, and the light codes are being activated within us as well. And as this is happening, many of us are receiving these downloads in the form of song, in the form of 5D communication, and in the form of that inner knowing and intuition. So I went ahead with the Starseed Oracle. This oracle always gives me such incredible, accurate information and reads. So for those of you who are looking for a personal reading, you can reach out to me at the email address located in the description box below. I'm also offering at this time my newest reading. It's a North Node reading, which is especially for you. It's not a twin flame reading, and it encompasses the North and South nodes of your chart. So it's an astrological reading with probably a few cards being pulled in the reading as well. I have about a 2-week wait at this time for readings, and at some point I will be shutting down readings for the rest of the month, and then we will start them up in this probably the 3rd week of July. But that's not happening yet. I'll let you guys know when that happens. And I'm also offering distant Reiki healing to balance out your chakras. And lastly, I do offer True Purpose coaching sessions. So if you're interested in any of those, just reach out to me, let me know. And let's go ahead and get started, guys. So we have, for this reading, the first 2 cards, Trust the Timing and Whale and Orca Elders. Now, what's really amazing about this first card, the first card that I drew, the Whale and Orca Elders, is I actually work with a Reiki master myself to make sure that I'm attuned, to make sure I'm balanced, and that I can give you guys everything I have. As much as possible, right? So I had a Reiki healing session with her on Saturday, and she informed me that whale is my spirit animal. So for whale to come out in this reading, I thought, what an incredible, incredible gift. You know, to have my spirit animal come out and say, I'm with you and I'm with the collective at this time, and with many of us at this time. So this is all about singing your heart song. Divine Feminine. This is about being who you truly are, removing the mask, diving deep, and the healing frequency of sound. So what's really fascinating is I don't have the sound for this video, but I've been guided to start having background sound where we have the song on in the background, and it's usually just a very healing music, wind chimes or waterfalls or things like that. And here we go, you know, with the sound healing. So remember to listen to your intuition because it guides you in the right direction at any and all times. Now, whales and orcas are benevolent beings who have descended down to earth, right? Descended down to earth in order to help the collective ascend and to help anchor the frequency of pure love and light onto the planet. So if you've ever had the pleasure of meeting a whale or meeting an orca in the wild, maybe in Hawaii or Canada or Seattle, places like that, New Zealand, Australia, then you'll know the magnificent power that these beings hold. They are gentle creatures, and they're extremely intelligent, extremely intelligent. And you might say, yeah, but orca is a killer whale. At their core, the core of who they are and the love and light that they encompass, they're so powerful. But oftentimes, you know, we see these animals that are caged in aquariums and places like that for people's entertainment. And they're angry, and as would you be if you were living in a bathtub. And so their true nature, when they're in the wild and they're free and they're with their families, because they're very emotionally intelligent social beings, they're happy and content, and they swim around the world, and their song can be heard for miles and miles. I think it can be heard halfway around the world. It's really incredible. what these beings are able to accomplish. And that frequency is felt by us. It's felt by humans. And this card is asking you, divine feminines and any divine masculines watching, surrender to your deepest, most vulnerable truth. Who you truly are, that person that you are beyond the personality, behind the masks. Who are you? And it's also asking you to see not only yourself, but the world through the eyes of love. And place your hand on your heart and see if you can allow the frequencies of love to pour in through your heart chakra, to expand out, expanding your consciousness, expanding your awareness, expanding your ability to love and be loved. So these two first cards are the energies of, I asked, what does the collective need to know at this time? So the collective needs to know that it's safe to share your song and that it's safe to be who you truly are. The next card that the collective needs to know at this time, and this is so beautiful, trust the timing. Trust the wave that you came in on. Time is not running out. This is definitely for divine feminine. Divine masculine seem to have just a knowing, an inner knowing that everything will work out. But divine feminine often feels like, you know, you see this figure here and here and here, and it's as if she feels like she should be here, or she should be here by now, but she's here. So this is all about present power and trusting that everything is coming to you at the perfect time. Trusting that separation serves a purpose, trusting that karmic cycles are ending, trusting that things are shifting and changing behind the scenes, and trusting your inner knowing, and trusting that you're exactly where you need to be in this life at this particular point in time. So ask yourself, how can I trust the timing of my life without comparison? Spirit says, be really mindful of comparison to other twin flames and what they're doing. Oh, they got communication, but I didn't. So be really mindful of that. And Spirit doesn't want you to race ahead. Spirit doesn't want you to try to jump onto the next wave when there's still lessons to be learned and riding the wave that you're on. There's people for you to meet along your path. There's lessons to learn. There's laughter to be had. There's tears to be cried. There's experiences that are still part of your soul's path. And this card is really, to me, all about not wasting your energy on what could be or what you think should be, but instead really trusting what is. So trust what is divine feminine. This is really important. This is the surrender card. This is surrender. This is letting everything go, giving it up to the universe. Now, I asked in these two cards, I asked for a message from divine feminine to divine masculine, and then divine masculine to divine feminine. So divine feminine says to her divine masculine, his or her divine masculine, forge, don't follow. Pave a new path, be the leader you wish you had. So she's asking him to step into his emperor mode. And she's saying, I recognize that you have not had the fatherly figure that you needed or wanted in your life. I recognize that your inner child is wounded by this, right? I recognize that you deserve more. I recognize that it would be easy to take the path that everyone takes. But you're a leader, you're a divine masculine, you're an emperor, you are my divine counterpart, and as such, we have a mission on this earth. And I'm asking you to step away from the comfortable, to step away from the known, and to step into the unknown with me. Don't follow, lead. Create that path. Create the change that you want to be in this world. Be the change. Create and evolve is what the divine feminine is saying. And this is also about the divine masculine, divine feminine saying to divine masculine, visualize what union will be. Visualize this new earth with me. And believe that you are a part of that. Believe that I can't do this all on my own. We came here to do this together. And divine masculine says to divine feminine, earth school, life's lessons, soul growth, study, higher learning. Divine masculine says, divine feminine, can you come back down to earth? You've been up there a long time in the cosmos, in the heavens, in the higher realms, and you've been doing incredible work, and I'm so thankful. But we have lessons to learn here on earth together. We have things to accomplish. We have mission work to be done. And I need you to get your head out of the clouds a little bit and come back down to earth. I need you to bring that higher knowledge and awareness back down to earth so you can meet me on the 3D. I'll come up and meet you in the higher realms, but you have to come down and meet me in the 3D realms. We have to do this together. We're a team. And, you know, divine masculine, the earth school is heavy, right? The earth's density is felt by both masculine and feminine. But masculines tend to thrive in the 3D. They thrive on leadership. They thrive on all of the things that make the 3D sort of enjoyable, if you will, right? Building empires, you know, and money and fancy cars and toys and all of these things and experiences and spending money and making money. And the divine feminine prefers to be in the higher realms. And she says, I don't care about that stuff, because I know what's real and it's what I feel. And divine feminines have really been wanting just to hang out in the 5D. Divine feminines, I can't blame you, but you've really been wanting just to spend your time in the 5D, hanging out and relaxing and not relaxing, but yeah, sometimes relaxing, but hanging out and getting the work done there and hanging out with your spirit guides and your higher self and meeting your masculine on the 5D bridge. And divine masculine says, I'm getting tired of just meeting you on the 5D. I want to ground this energy. I want to ground this into the 3D. So this is about grounding that energy, divine feminine, bringing it down to earth. It's time. And then I asked for blocks. I said, Spirit, can you tell me what blocks the collective is currently experiencing? And Spirit said, of course. So we have inner earth, and you've got the love. So I took this as, this is the blocks for the divine feminine, and you've got the love. Codependency is the blocks for the masculine. So you'll survive this new solutions and beginnings. So let's talk about this inner earth card for a minute. Okay, so we are currently in the process of birthing this new earth, and it feels uncomfortable. It feels scary. It feels uncomfortable. Things are constantly shifting, constant change, right? And this card is asking you, divine feminine, how can you shift your perspective, your energy, and your outlook on this twin flame situation? Because what's happening is the divine feminines have gotten really caught up in the 3D. So even though they're hanging out in the 5D higher realms, their ego is still caught up in the 3D matrix of what they're not seeing. And that's all they can see is what they're not seeing. And so the divine is stepping in and saying, you know, inner earth is also known as Agartha. And legend has it that it's this hidden subterranean type world within the planet Earth itself. And there is some speculation, right? There is some prophecy, if you will, that Atlanteans and Lemurians lived there, right? In inner earth. And this is about, you know, the legend says, folklore says that there are hidden entrances and caves that are contained within inner earth. You know, these hidden mystical underground worlds. And Tibetan Buddhists, there's this place called Shambhala. So if you've practiced Buddhism at all, you know that there's this place called Shambhala that's located in the Himalayan mountains. And it's this mystical city. And then, you know, you also have Celtic lore mentions caves and entrances to underground worlds in different parts of the country. So a lot of people have searched for this in the physical 3D realms, but haven't been able to find it. But we ask ourselves, right? The question to be asked is, do these worlds exist in the 3D, or do these worlds exist in the higher realms, the higher consciousness realms? And what Spirit is saying here is you're not seeing the big, this is coming up so often, feminine. You're not seeing the whole picture, and you're not seeing the clear picture. There are answers to all of your questions contained beyond what you can perceive with your mind. And this is why we can accomplish so much more on this twin flame journey in the 5D during separation than in the 3D. We can accomplish so much more by growing and healing in the 5D. That's where you find the answers. That's where you find solutions, right? Solutions to any issues that are ongoing within your connection. And you want to make sure, your soul wants to make sure that whatever happens, happens for the highest good of all involved. So those of you who are feeling stuck and feeling like you have this mountain to climb and there's no way out, right? I don't know what the answer is. I don't know how to get my twin to talk to me. I don't know if we'll ever be together in the physical. Spirit is saying, rest assured, dear one, that all is being worked out and you will find a way out of this. You will find a way out of this labyrinth or find a way to the top of the mountain. Things are going to work out. So do something that will really shake your energy up. Wake it up and shake it up. You know, dancing, movement of any sort. I've been saying this for weeks. You know, move it out, shake it out. Do something differently, something you wouldn't normally do. And start to change your perspective and shift your energy, which will shift your thoughts, which will shift your emotions, which will shift your life. And see that there are answers. Now, the divine masculine is still working on codependency. They're still working on, many of them, on getting out of these karmic situations, karmic marriages, the dissolving of these karmic marriages, karmic contracts, money, land and property, and all of these things, bank accounts that are shared, all of these things that keep their karma intertwined with another individual, another soul. And this is the energy of the divine masculine needing to put up healthy boundaries. And they are learning to do this. It feels very uncomfortable for the divine masculine because the divine masculine has felt that he has had to please everyone around him at the expense of his own happiness and joy, at the expense of his soul's elation, at the expense of his heart's desire. He has had to please everyone around him. And he doesn't stop to think about himself. So in many ways, it seems selfish to the divine feminine, but it also appears selfless because she can see it from both perspectives. But it's time, divine masculine. It's time to, instead of feeling like you have to be everything to everyone, it's time to pull your energy back and conserve it and just be you. And it will be to the dismay of the karmic partner or karmic people. But it doesn't matter because this is your journey, divine masculine, and this is about you coming into mission and coming into union with your counterpart. Now, the overall energy of the connections right now, we have the energy of forgiveness and we have the energy of communication, serious energy, bringing harmony and balance. So let's talk about this card for a second. Well, and actually let's talk about this card because this is the energy that's going to bring in the forgiveness. I'm sorry, defenselessness, righting past wrongs, uprooting. So you see these two figures and these are your souls wanting forgiveness, asking for, begging, pleading for forgiveness and pleading for a peaceful resolution to what's going on. So it's really important now that we release the past, divine feminine, and that we realize those times that we were triggered, our divine masculine's higher self and soul triggered us on purpose to wake us up. And it's really painful when we experience separation, especially from our twin soul. We feel alone in the world. We feel like nobody else can ever understand us or love us or see us the way that our twin does. You have to remember that you are love, and the only thing that exists is unity. And at the soul level, we are all one. We are all intertwined. So acknowledge the shadows that have arisen during the triggering process of separation. Acknowledge the anger and the wounding, inner child wounds, adult wounds, places that you felt you went wrong in the connection, sadness that's coming up. Honor those things and say, I see you. Hug the inner child. Hug yourself. Love yourself through it. This is healing work. This is about forgiveness. Drop the armor, divine feminine. It's really important. This change that I channeled yesterday, that other readers have channeled as well, is coming through for the divine masculine. But if you continue to see them as the archetype of the wounded masculine or the distorted masculine, that's exactly how they're going to show up. Be mindful of your speech, be mindful of your thoughts, and be extra mindful of your actions. Because what you do now in this eclipse portal energy it matters, and you're going to start seeing the results of it. You're going to start seeing the manifestation of it very quickly. So please understand that your energy is affecting your counterpart. It's affecting their ability to come forward. If you don't believe that they can change, that's what's going to show up in your reality. If you believe that they can change, if you have faith in them, if you continue to stand strong in your faith, not just on good days, but on all days, and you work through your shadows and you do your work, this will be reflected to you. Remember, once again, that your divine masculine is simply your soul's mirror. It's another version of you experiencing self-mastery through lessons and ascension, through Earth School. It's another you walking around learning how to master self. Really, allow yourself to shift your perspective and to see things this way, and this will allow you to be much more compassionate to that being who's walking around, who is you. So let's talk about messenger. Now, I do feel like this is communication energy coming in. Overall energy of the connections, there's communication energy. And, this is about Sirius energy is just extremely benevolent and extremely calming. And it's this energy of, I came here to uplift the planet. I came here to bring harmony and light and peace, and just returning again and again and again and again to the light. This is sacred work, and this is about honoring both divine feminine and divine masculine in deep reverence to both energies, to both counterparts in the physical. So the Sirian energy is connected to ascended masters. And if you're seeing different shades of blue, typically lighter blue is how I see the Sirian energy coming through, at least for me. And you're seeing even auras or energy fields on others as blue, know that this could be the Sirian energy coming through that being, coming through that human. And the Sirians are here right now to help the twin flames come together in perfect harmony and unity. They are here to assist in twin flames coming back together in physical union. They're here to assist with that at this time. So they're just letting us know of their physical presence on this earth. They're here to balance out the energies. They're here to help balance out any karma that's still ongoing between the twins. And they're reminding us that we have masculine and feminine energies within us, not just without, but within. So at this time, both counterparts are being called to call upon the Sirians. Not only that, but you're being called to open your heart to surrender and understand that there's a rebalancing taking place between masculine and feminine energies at this time. There's a resurgence of the sacred energies, the sacred divine feminine, the sacred divine masculine within all of us. And inner union is beginning to happen for many if it hasn't already. So this energy of bringing heaven to earth and the twins assisting in the ascension of earth comes through very strongly with this card. So ask yourself, for my mission, how am I fulfilling my mission of honoring this sacred feminine and masculinity within myself? And if you're not sure of the answer to that, journal. Continue asking the question until the answer comes. Because at this time, the Sirians are here to assist, but they're asking us to also assist them. They need our assistance as well. So I think I'm going to go ahead and in the reading there, that's a lot of deep information. These cards carry a lot of depth. So remember who you are, divine feminine, divine masculine watching. Remember your power, your strength, your courageousness. Remember your mission. Remember that you are part of a collective, that you're never alone. Remember that separation is an illusion. You're learning lessons right now. The divine masculine's learning how to be a leader and learning how to step away from codependent relationships. Divine feminine, you're being asked to see things differently through the lens of love. Tune into your soul song and know who you are at your core. Your core is love and forgiveness and peace and unity. Come back to that place. Rebalance your inner masculine and feminine energies and trust the timing of all of it. Trust the timing of your life. Trust the timing of this connection. Trust the universe. Trust your higher power to sort things out behind the scenes. I'm sending you guys so much love, and I will see you so soon.